Hi everyone, welcome to another episode from Fear to Courage. Today, I have the privilege to interview a real estate leader. I hear this guy all over the place in Southern California and around the real estate industry. And today I finally have a chance to learn from him. Rudy, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, William. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, Rudy, so tell us a little bit more about yourself and your background, how you got into real estate.
I got into real estate. I got my first license in 2007. I was selling promotional product pants door to door. And one of my biggest accounts was real estate industry, real estate brokerage, because I realized when I sell door to door, selling pants, 50 cents pen, no big deal. The reason I like real estate industry is because I realized back then when I go to a real estate office, I just have to convince their manager or broker, then they allow me to go inside, and then I can speak to 50 real estate agents at the same time, because then each real estate agents are independent real estate agents. So it's like I go into a business and there's 50 other businesses inside that business. So once I found out about this real estate brokerage, it was like a jackpot to me. Because before I used to go to like a bank, I used to go to all these city halls, police department, fire department, but basically that's one business at a time. And so I've been doing that for about 3 years until I get into real estate 3 years. And then one day, one of my clients back in 2005 tell me, wow, if you keep on doing this follow-up, trying to sell a 50 cents pen with your persistence, with your work ethics, if you apply in real estate, you'll be doing very, very well. So this guy's been trying to convince me to get into real estate for 2 years. And finally in 2007, I said, okay, so I took my license, and that's how I get started, accidentally.
So what has your journey been like once you get into real estate?
So the promise in real estate was you make a lot of money in less time, flexible hours, you gotta spend time with your family. That was the promise, right? Because that's what I get out of my selling pens. But then in reality, when I got in 2007, I realized that, oh my gosh, these are a lot of work, right? The first thing I remember, the broker asked me to cold call. I was like, what is cold call? I don't understand. Cold call is basically I have to call thousands of homeowners who's not thinking of buying or selling, and just randomly call them and says, hey William, are you thinking of buying or selling a home? And guess what? Everybody say no. And then the next guy, I go back to the broker guy and say, hey, this cold calling thing is like really, really bad. Like the fear of like I'm so afraid of the phone. I actually ran like I don't even want to touch phone. It was so intimidating. But then once I get over the fear to pick up the phone, that actually made it even worse, because once I make the phone calls, 9 out of 10 people don't answer the phone, and the 1 out of 10 who answered the phone will just start cursing at me. Don't call me again, get away, get lost. So I did that for about maybe a couple of months, and then I went back to the broker guy and said, this thing is not working out, maybe my accent, because I wasn't born here. I came here in 1997. So I thought maybe the way I speak, maybe the language or something. And then the broker guy told me, no, it's okay. Let's just do doorknob. I was like, what is doorknob, right? I used to sell pens, so I'm a little bit familiar. Basically just go to random houses. So I was like, man, there's something wrong with that. So I was like, door knocking is similar to cold calling. The only difference is now they curse at you in person, right? So that's even worse. I go back to the broker guy. Dude, this is even worse than the initial first one. You know what I mean? The only difference is now they're doing it in person. I'm like, no. There gotta be a better way. So somewhere towards the end of 2007, I think November, December, I forgot exactly. That's when I start thinking about, hey, what if we start doing a group presentation? So that's when we start doing the Investors Club. So back in December or November 2007, that's when we start the cash flow game. Cash flow game is based on Rich Dad philosophy. So I just play a cash flow game. I invite people to play games, right? So instead of trying to convince people to buy, sell homes, I was like, what if I provide something of value that people actually come to me instead of I'm going to them? We call it the reverse prospecting, right? Instead of me prospecting, the prospect comes to me.
Yeah.
So, but then I was thinking, how can I get people to come to me, right? So, and then back then I was reading Rich Dad book. So when I read the Rich Dad book, I was like, wow, this is really good. Actually, I was supposed to go to graduate school. I dropped out of school. And then after I read the Rich Dad book, so I do the cash flow game. That's when people come. And that's when the business starts to change.
Oh, I see. So what do you do like once you bring those people in? Because you say you set up like a group to have people play the cash flow game. I'm familiar because I play the game myself.
Oh, is it good?
Yes. So like do you have a soft offer at the end? How do you approach it?
Yeah. So as people come play the cash flow game, if you remember when you play the cash flow game, it's talking about buying the small deals, for example,
Yes,
right? The
yes.
3-bedroom to buy the cash flow deals and stuff.
Yes.
And then you have a conversation with people. People have conversations like, wow, this is interesting. I can get out of rat race. I can still keep my daytime job, and at the same time I can be rich, meaning I can generate enough passive income to that exceed my expense. So then people start asking questions like, how do I do that? How do I do that? Now towards the end of the usually we play like 2 hours game.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the 2 hours game, it says, okay, next Tuesday. So we play the game. Back then we played on Sunday. So on Sunday usually people ask, oh wow, this is an interesting game, but how do I do it for real? Or sometimes they say, oh, this is just a game.
Yes.
How do I for real? And then usually towards the end I say, oh, if you are interested to know for real, on Tuesday night we'll be having a workshop. It's basically an investors club on how to do the cash flow game in real life. So on Tuesday night at 7 p.m., which still run till today, 10 years later, 11 years later, right? Every Tuesday night from 7 to 9, we basically gone through the real life transactions.
Yes.
So we share how to get out of the rat race in real life. So that's why I used to we positioning our team as the real estate agent, the real estate team now, that creating more millionaires than any other agent. And how do we create more millionaires? By helping people to get out of the rat race. So that's how it gets started. So every Tuesday night people come, and then we just share. That's how people start buying and selling homes with us.
Wow, that's wonderful. So as you keep building your team, initially, was it just you? Like you have like 5 people, 10 people. Yeah. How did you grow?
Yeah, so initially just me, right? So right now many people want to build team, but the only way to build team, you yourself have to have an abundance. So in real estate, we are talking about abundance of customers, right? If you have no abundance of customers, then why would people join you? Then now there's 2 people who have nothing to do, right? So first we need to learn how to. So first, what I did, I need to make sure that I'm successful. I need to make sure that I have enough business that I myself couldn't handle. So the first hire was an assistant. It was an admin staff that way I can meet with the clients, I can service the clients, and the admin staff help me with the paperwork. So that way I don't get bogged down with the paperwork. So that's the first hire, and then in less than a year, so in 2008. That's when we first bring on other agent to partner up with. So I remember we start with 2 agents to partner to help with because every week as we play the cash flow game, every week. Every Sunday we have about 20-30 people coming in. Out of 20-30 people every week that come to Tuesday, it's about maybe 4 or 5. So it starts with 4 or 5 every Tuesday, but then you can imagine in a month there'll be like 20 people who's looking to buy homes. Right, and I couldn't handle it myself, so we partnered up with 2 other people who surfing to buy homes. While we still have the 1 assistant in the office who services the paperwork. So now the agent partner, because the agent also have the same problem like me not too long ago. The same agent was like, I'm really good at servicing the clients, but I'm really not good at prospecting. I really don't feel comfortable cold calling, door knocking, going to all these networking events, because by nature I'm introvert, and these people too. Like, okay, I don't feel comfortable. So I told them, look, you join my team, I'll give you customers. I'm like, what do you mean? We're gonna partner up. We're gonna together we're gonna serve this customer. So they never heard that before. And you know what's amazing, William? Till today, 2018, there is no other team, there's no other brokerage that do that. You'll be amazed, because everybody just selfish, right? Because the team leaders, they just take all themselves.
Yes.
Nobody want to share, because abundance. Everybody think it's scarcity. Everybody think, oh, it's so hard to find customers. So they take it all themselves. Nobody share. If you don't share, then you cannot big. So that's how we get started. Today, 2018, we have about 85 team members in the team. That's less than 11 years.
That's amazing. Yeah. So let's talk about that your mindset that make you stood out in all that allowed you to be successful. So did you always have that vision in your mind that I need to be giving these deals to other people?
No.
How did you come around that realization that this is a great way to do it? Nobody else is doing it.
Back in 2000. 2001 or 2, I forgot, something like that, 2001 or 2, once I graduated from my undergrad school. As I was about to go to my graduate school in mathematics, somebody gave me a book called The Rich Dad Poor Dad. On The Rich Dad Poor Dad, at the back, he recommended to read this book by Zig Ziglar. So Zig Ziglar was my first personal development trainer, something. So one of the books that I learned from Zig Ziglar back then, he passed away 2 years ago. But anyway, back in 2002 or something, the one that hit me was, you can get anything you want in life if you help enough people to get what they want. So somehow it stuck with me. I don't know. So I don't know how to do it, but in back of my mind I was like, okay, how can we help people? But in order to help people, I need to find problems.
Yes.
So accidentally I stumbled upon this problem in real estate industry, that real estate agents actually have to spend 70-80% of their time prospecting. 70-80% of the real estate agents' time busyness have nothing to do with servicing the clients. They're actually just looking for customers.
Yes.
So accidentally I stumbled upon that problem. Once I stumbled upon that problem, then I was like, then somehow at the back of my mind I remember Zig Ziglar says, you can get, don't worry about you, right? You'll achieve what you want if you have any people what you want. So somehow the idea of partnership with other agents together to serve the customer, somehow, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's great. No, it's great because everybody has that calling in life that, oh, I realize I need to do it this way in order to stand out. So it's great that you found that point in your life. So let's talk about the prospecting, how it has evolved over the years. Because you said you had to start off by cold calling, door knocking, but now I'm sure that's not the way to go. Yeah. So how did your marketing evolve over time?
Yes, today we have 70 partners in the team. Not a single one of them do any prospecting, cold calling, door knocking. And according to the National Association of Realtors, only the top 5% in the entire real estate industry make at least gross commission 100,000. In our team, 80% of my partners here net over 6-figure income. How can it be? How can that be? How can most people, 5% of the people, the real estate agents population who spend 70-80% of their time prospecting, they don't make money. They're just busy spinning their wheels but make more money. But today, 80% of the people in our team out of their net 6-figure income is because the way the business works is specialization. The way we do prospecting, instead of doing the way reverse prospecting works now, we still do the cash flow game, by the way. Every first Tuesday of the month is the cash flow game. Okay. That's when people come here. If you go to meetup.com, you can see we have like thousands of members. Our investors club, if you go to meetup.com, you can see we have like 3,000 people in our meetup group. But in addition to it, now we are on radio. Just now when I did a tour with you, you can see we are on Spanish radio, 2 Spanish radio. We are on Chinese and Cantonese radio. Yes. And billboards, Zillow, online. Because today, 2018, technology becoming more and more rampant. Yes. So if what you do can be replaced by robots, by machines, right? If what you do, Jack Ma, actually I learned from Jack Ma, Alibaba, right? The founders of Alibaba said this. If what you do today could be replaced by machines, then you better think about it. You better do something to change, because otherwise you'll be obsolete, because machine could be more efficient. Cold call, for example, man, the machine can cold call faster. And the machine has no emotion. So when the guy yelling at you, the machine don't care. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why we have to be different. The skill now, it's about how do you serve people, negotiation skill, independent thinking. Most real estate agents don't think. They just have this entitlement mentality. So we train, the prospecting, the training now is focused on how can you serve the clients, giving them access to homes that they cannot find on the internet, for example, because the internet, that means you don't need me. You can just go to internet now, yes. William, if you want to buy homes. You don't need real estate agents. Yes. But if I show you, okay, William, if you're looking to buy a home here in San Gabriel, I have access to homes that you cannot find. Now we are talking about, like, what do you mean? Okay, now we have a separate conversation. So that's how it evolves from that cash flow game, but we still do the cash flow game.
Yeah, so like, but in terms of like, because I realize that right now that social media is a big deal. Oh yeah, email marketing is a big deal. Yeah. So how did you fill in the void? Because you said that initially you just go with the cold calling, the door knocking. Yes. How do you
social media? Yeah, social media is big. In fact, we have 2 full-time people in our team now, full-timers, media team, and all they do is basically. That's why we videotape this on YouTube. We leverage now we learn the power of leverage, right?
Yes.
When I'm prospecting with you, this is a one-to-one. There is no leverage in this. But with social media, with emails, marketing, with all those, we call it leverage, because now I can speak with you and touch 1,000 people at the same time. So yes, we are heavy on social media. On YouTube video, we leverage YouTube a lot, video a lot, meaning every time we help a family to buy and sell their new home, we don't just say congratulations. In fact, in our team, we don't work for commission, we work for reviews. So when I serve you to buy and sell your own home, my intent at the beginning, since day one, I told you at the beginning, I say, I'm working for your reviews, William. I need to wow you so much that at the end of this, I need you to review me either on Zillow, on Facebook, on video testimonials. That's what we are working for. We are working for your endorsements. We are working for your testimonials. Each person in our team, each team member here, they know you are not working for money. You are working for testimonials. Because each person, if they realize that, okay, what if your currency, your measurement of success, what if instead of dollars, what if you pay? This is on my training with the team.
Yes,
I told them this.
Yes.
What if you get paid? What if you pay your bills, your electricity, your mortgage, your credit, your student loans? What if you paid those instead of with US dollars? You paid with the number of endorsement and reviews. I was like, people are like, what do you mean? Yes. What if the currency, your measurement of success is no longer money, but it's reviews? How would you treat your clients? Now, going back to what you are teaching me just now, what you shared with me just now about how can you serve people with nothing with no expectation of return, right? That's what you said.
Yes.
Right? Because if I serve you with no expectation of return, then guess what? One of our core values in the team is how to deliver wow through service. Many cases we help people, we don't actually have a direct benefit in terms of monetary, for example.
Yes.
But the number of reviews and referrals, 70% of, we help 1,000 people buy and sell their homes. More than half of them is from reviews, from referrals. But people will not refer to you if you don't put their interest first. That's why our mission here is client first.
Yeah, it's a great point because like I heard from one of the mentors, I would say it's basically like relationship. It's more important than the other skills. Like if you could build like relationships with people, it will translate to the results you're looking for.
And that cannot be replaced by a machine. Because if your business is transactional or relationship, because if transactional, in real estate, for example, you could be replaced. Because if the real estate agent only focus on closing the escrow, then guess what? Now the people can just go online. They don't need agent.
Yeah, that's true.
With today, there's electronic signature,
so much
and stuff like that, right? But relationship, that's different. Relationship means now your business are working for your reviews, your referrals. That is different. That machine cannot replace that. The skill how to negotiate, for example, most real estate agents, they are not trained. They are entitled. They are commissioned to what's offered on the MLS. What if the house is not on the MLS? Think about it. If you're looking to buy a home now, if you go to a real estate agent today, they only show you homes that's available on the internet. Why? Well, because that's how they get paid through the MLS. But what if the house is not on the MLS? In the case of for sale by owners, expired listings, cancel, bank foreclosures. Now what happened? See, that's not clients first. You are not putting the client's best interest first. Just because you don't know how to negotiate your fees, now you are sacrificing the clients. So that's going back to your relationship business. When we talk about relationship here, we are talking about deeper than, I'm just a nice guy, I'm going to treat you breakfast or lunch or dinner. When we talk about relationship here, I'm talking about giving something of value, like tangible value, to the customers that they cannot find anywhere else. Because once that's clear, people just flock.
Yes, because that's a great share. Thank you for sharing that experience.
Yeah, that's powerful, and that's what you do.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, so as you continue to grow this business, what do you see are the challenges for you and your team? Let's say this year and moving next 5-10 years.
The challenges, well, if you do things that's different, right? So in our team, we believe that in order for you to be successful, we were about to change. We are on a mission to change real estate industry, and obviously what we do here is non-conventional. It's basically what we do. We challenge the industry norms and standards. And obviously, it's very polarized, right? Some people really like what we do. They see the benefits. However, the traditional real estate agents who's very close-minded, they won't like what we do, right? Because we are challenging the status quo. So the challenge, going back to your question, is dealing with, for example, angry calls from our competitors, for example. So for me, it's not a big deal because if my vision is very clear, right? For me, I'm here as long as you don't lie, cheat, and steal people. For me, that's okay. You know, some people look at you, maybe have a different opinion, but you yourself know you. That's why we tell people in our team here, you gotta remember what's our mission here, right? As long as we are doing good for the clients, as long as we are putting our clients first, it's okay if our competitors not happy. So it's really not a big challenge for me, but it's just that that's something, it could be a challenge for my partners, right? The other team member who joined the team, they're looking at you. So the biggest challenge, I guess, I have to improve myself on how to communicate our values, our mission to our internal team members. Because if our internal team members 1000% convinced in our mission that we are here to serve our clients, that we are not here just to become famous and popular among the real estate agents community, then I think we'll be okay. But accidentally, somehow we are famous in real estate agent community. I don't know. That's never the intent. We are here to serve the client.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So before we close the show, if people want to learn more about you, Rudy, how can they get in touch with you? What are some resources you can share so that people can learn more about what you do?
Yes, the best way to learn more about our team is to call, because when you come here, we welcome. I want to welcome you to come do a backstage tour of our real estate sales team, so they can actually see what we are doing in real life, right? So call 626-789-0159. 626-789-0159. Any one of our team members here, when you walk in here, you can just tell, hey, I would like to have a backstage tour of our team. I want to know what's the real thing, like what do you guys do? Then any one of our team, any one of my partners can do a backstage tour of this office. That's the best way. The second way, you can always go online, teamnewvision.net, the website, or just go to YouTube.